This is Sutek. As some of you may know, I've had a love for German TDs since the beta. It's hard to explain except for the fact that I enjoy its accuracy, its power, its speed. All the TDs. Except for one thing. Tier 10s. And this is actually true for all Tier 10 matches. For some reason or other, I can never seem to use my tanks to the maximum advantage at Tier 10. Tier 9 and down, I have no problems. I get to Tier 10, and it's totally against my playstyle, and that even includes this tank, the Waffenträger Aufpanzer E100. The tank itself isn't bad. I mean, with a huge clip, wonderful accuracy, good maneuverability, I should be able to do extremely well, and yet time after time in Tier 10 matches I find myself challenged to do anything effective with this tank. I never seem to give it its due in playing it, but since it's part of my rotation, as I work my way through my Tier 1 through 10, I usually play this at least once every week, a few times actually. So anyway, here we are, it's Hal Haluf. A vast majority of my team has gone to the right and has run right into the opposing lemming train. So essentially, there are a few tanks on our side of the map, there are a few tanks on their side defending against us, and so it's a question of whether those mediums in front of me can break through, get to their arty, and cap out before the enemy lemming train breaks through our lemming train. And as you can see from the map, they've already made it halfway to our cap, and we're still fighting to get through. So this looks like it's a huge loss. If you look at the count, we've only got 1 kill so far. The enemy have 5. We're losing. This is it. This is a lost game. So right now I'm just trying to do my best to support my team, who has at least some chance of getting into that cap. But that light tank and that Panther is holding us up, and we're not making any moves. So far this game has basically been a loser for me. But I hang in there. Now, why am I playing so far back? Well, because of my view range, my accuracy. It makes no sense for me to push forward, especially since I have 2 tanks who need fire support. But as you can see, the mediums have broken through. They've gone above where the Panther was, and now the enemy have broken through on our right. Oh, and there was a surprise kill, a bit of an opportunity, but now we got a problem. Even with that kill, now we're up to 4, there's no one between them and the cap. So the best that I can do is hopefully put a couple of shots down range. But I got spotted. Now I could sit there and try to find a target, but that makes no sense. I got to get out of the way. So I go low, and I decide at this point they're going to push to the cap. I'm going to have to reset. That means I need to reload. Now comes the longest reload in the history of mankind. So here's my thinking. If the enemy is smart, they'll leave 1 tank in the cap, they'll push through and clear me out. They've got no one around them. They've taken out our arty. This is a clean kill. It should be easy for them to win this match. So I'm moving into a position, letting them know that I'm reloading, and I hope to be able to pop over this ridge and hit at least one of the tanks before I'm blown up, and maybe do a small reset. As you can see, my teammates are already in the cap, and the count has already started, but there's only 1 tank versus the 2 in theirs, so no, we're not going to win this one. Suddenly, a second tank from our team joins the cap. Now we're a little bit closer. Now I got to make it work. Gut check time. Down range. Aim, fire. 1 reset. Aim, fire. Reset again. Destroyed them. Fire. 1 more shot. Now I gotta get out of there. And I'll be damned. I reset the cap. I couldn't believe it. And fortunately for me, our 2 mediums did the right thing. They stayed right in the cap. Even though we were vastly outnumbered, and even though there was no chance of winning, somehow we pulled this baby right out of the fire. If it wasn't for those 2 mediums, this game was lost. but it wasn't. So as you can see, I got high caliber, 3 kills, 5,000 in damage, so it wasn't a bad match for my Waffenträger of E100, and number 2 on the board. So if you see me in the battlefield in a German TD, probably not a Waffenträger, just remember, your evil is my good. Thank you guys for watching.